Hi everyone, my name is Gabby, and today I want to talk to you about kind of like your spiritual awakening, some more symptoms. I've been doing videos about symptoms, and here's another symptom because there are so many symptoms. Okay, there's some that I'm still experiencing. Um, Today, it's about water and diet. Signs of increased energy use. Do you notice that you've been thirsty lately? Thirsty for knowledge. You're spiritually thirsty. You've increased your water intake, or you've been drinking more. Water, Kool-Aid, soda, who knows? Whatever you like, you've noticed that you just can't quench your thirst. You've been so thirsty and you just don't know why. And you just keep drinking and drinking and drinking. And you're like, why am I so thirsty? I feel so dehydrated. Well, that's because you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually increasing your energy. When you're developing and expanding on your intuitive path, you tend to absorb up as much information as possible. So you'll find yourself searching around in the internet, like I did, and I still do, or finding new books, listening to podcasts. Maybe you're watching TV shows about spiritual awakenings and paranormal and synchronicities and anything that has to do with spirit, awakening, the mass collective, consciousness. Or maybe you're watching massive and massive and massive amounts of YouTube videos like I did. That's how I found my awakening, was the YouTube videos, because I thought I was the only one on earth that was feeling all these really strange, funky things. And nobody else that I knew in my life was experiencing anything like this. So I just assumed that I was sick, that I had all these ailments and diseases of things that were incurable. So I started to go to doctors. I went to the eye doctor because I was seeing lights. I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor because of my ears and my pressure in my face. I went to the heart doctor because of my fluttering heart. I've seen an endocrinologist because of something in my throat, which that happened to be something for real. Um, I think I drove my general practitioner crazy. I think he just referred me to all these other doctors because I always had something. So they called me a hypochondriac. They had me bring a family member and they had me bring my husband and talk to me and ask questions about me because I always thought I was sick. I always thought I had something. Um, I had an issue with my weight. I had issue with anxiety, like really wicked bad anxiety. I had all these things. And I had scans. I had blood work done. You name it, I've had it done. Okay, and the doctor said, "Look, Gabby, there is nothing wrong with you. You're good. It's all in your head." And that really kind of made me mad because I don't like when doctors say that to you. They shouldn't say that to you. But in this case, it's okay. It's really not all in my head, but it's okay that I'm okay because I realized that's the push I needed to do research. And in my research of looking up all these ailments that I thought I had, I came across um, some videos of other people that were having these experiences of a spiritual awakening. And also, um, through this experience, I actually have a friend who is a psychic medium that actually put me on the path to certain things. Because I also have a lot of paranormal experiences. I see spirit, I can hear spirit. So it's another thing. I thought I was crazy because I thought I was seeing things and hearing things. But she actually opened me up and told me I wasn't crazy. Now this goes back to when I was a child. I used to see these things, and I had suppressed that because back then I was told that I was crazy, that I was seeing things, that it's my wild imagination. But as for the spiritual awakening journey, my psychic friend actually ended up being my mentor and guiding me on the correct path. She didn't tell me what to do. She just kind of gave me some information and allowed me to find my own path correctly. And in doing so, I came across a lot of people that were experiencing a lot of things that I was experiencing. And that's when I realized that I was getting these DNA upgrades and these awakening experiences. So a lot of the symptoms that I was having is because of the energy upgrades and the portal openings, and it's just my DNA um, waking up, because it was my time to know who I am, to be the light worker, to be a part of the mass collective, to help wake up other people. So that's why I'm doing these videos, because I want to help you, because I want you to know that if you are feeling a certain way all the time, you have all these strange things going on in your life, it could possibly be a spiritual awakening. So all those experiences that I was having was all due to my awakening. So you may be out there, and this may be your time, and you see yourself out there searching for the answers. You are searching for videos about this spiritual awareness, this spiritual awakening. All of this is focused on intuition, energy, connectedness, the mass collective, consciousness. As you do this, you'll notice that things begin to make more and more sense, as they did for me. Intuitive things start happening to you. Maybe you'll start to experience specks of light in the corner of your eyes, or flashes of bright, bright light, blinding bright flashes, as if the sun was reflecting off a mirror directly into the corner of your eye. Or maybe you'll start to see like little glimmers of light lingering above you, or like strings of light moving around. You might even experience colored lights, like orbs of light, like green and pink and blue and purple. You might even start to notice energy. Energy kind of looks like the way a sidewalk looks like on a hot summer day when you see the wave going over the sidewalk. That's what energy looks like. You might start to notice energy moving around the house in different spots. And don't be surprised if you start to see colors around people and animals. You're experiencing their auras. After watching this video, don't be surprised if in a few days or so, you might even start to experience those lights if you're not already starting to see them now or haven't already seen them. Suddenly, after watching this video, it might wake something up inside of you and you just might start to see them. And if you do, I want to hear your experience. Please share your experience in the comments below, because it's an amazing experience. Don't be scared of them, because they're probably your spirit guides or guardian angels or your higher self. Intuitive learning is an exercise for your spirit, for your mental spirit, and your emotional body. You may already know and have likely heard the phrase before that we're all spirit. We're a spirit within a human body, a soul experiencing a human reality. So, you know, you are a dualistic being, a being with both a physical body and a spiritual body. When you exercise your physical body, you expand energy, okay? So energy that you need to replenish and restore. For those of you that exercise know that when you exercise after a good workout, you need to replenish your body, okay? So you'll need rest, or maybe your muscles are sore, so you'll need to take a nice warm bath. When you spiritually awaken, you're exercising your spiritual muscles. Each day you move forward, you are going one step farther along on this trail, farther along on your journey to your spiritual awakening. So to keep up with this extra energy spending, you need to take in more energy. So in high school, you may remember, or in college, You may remember the days of cramming for a test and intense studying. After a long day of learning and memorizing new information, you're wicked tired. You're beat. You're exhausted. Your brain is like dead. It just doesn't even want to think no more. You just want your brain to rest. So as you open up spiritually, you're not only having new experiences, but you're processing, understanding, making sense of them as well. You expend both mental and spiritual energy as you connect, as you learn, and as you grow. Your body is then going to need more calories and restoration to keep up. So one of the best ways to restore your cells and keep your cells replenished is by drinking a lot of water. Not anything else, because nothing else is really good for you. Water is great for you. And if you drink water, make sure you drink like spring water or something that's alkaline. But if you have to drink tap water, try to drink filtered tap water, or try to add some lime juice or lemon juice to it. Bring that water alive. To mention, water itself is an energy conductor. Drinking more water is just a sign you're running more energy, regardless of whether it's spiritual or not. Eventually, your body will begin to normalize to the new amount of energy use. And you may notice that your diet is changing. Your diet preferences are different. And your water levels are higher or different, more than before. So think of a marathon runner. Just like a marathon runner, they find a new normal diet. They can't just eat junk food and, fast food and unhealthy food and sodas and all that. They have to change their diet up to be this marathon runner. They have to eat healthy. They have to drink lots and lots of water because they're expending a lot of energy, and they need to replenish that. They need to have healthy cells and strong body. And without that, they'll never be able to run that marathon because they'll be too exhausted. And here's another note that I wanted to touch on. Get ready for March 8th. I'm talking about all this being thirsty and, diet changes and energy expansion and awakening. Well, on March 8th is another energy portal. So that being said, as of today, until the March 8th, those of you that are very sensitive to energy may have already started to feel this energy shift, this portal opening that's going to be happening on March 8th. I know I have. And one of the signs is being wicked thirsty and very hungry and very sleepy, very tired. You could have gotten 8 hours sleep and you're up and you have a bunch of energy, but like 2 hours later, you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Take a nap. Your body's asking you to take a nap. And if you can't take a nap because you're at work, on your lunch break, try to lay your head down for at least, 10, 15 minutes, depending on how long your lunch break is, because I know a lot of people only get about 30 minutes. I know when I was in the corporate world, I had an hour for lunch, and I had to hide because within my hour, they would still find me and ask me a lot of questions. So I'd have to hide to get my full hour. But yeah, so March 8th is another energy portal, and it's opening, and it may affect you spiritually a little more than normal. And so you can prepare yourself by increasing the amount of water that you are already drinking, and rest by going to bed a little bit more earlier than usual. And be sure to keep up by eating more greens and fruits. And try to limit your use of your cell phone and computer. At least try to limit the use of it before you go to bed. So if you could at least get off your phone and stay away from all that technology stuff for an hour before you go to bed, and maybe try to meditate a little bit. It'll really help you get through this portal opening, because if you're not used to these energy shifts, they could really put a strain on you, and they can be painful at times, and they can make you feel really strange, really like you're coming down with a cold, or you kind of feel like you're having this out of body experience, like you're just floating around, you don't know what's going on with you, you just feel out of it, you don't feel like yourself. You feel like you're you, but you're not you. I don't know how to really, I really don't have an analogy for that. You just feel like you, but you're not you at the moment. Only people that have experienced that would actually understand what that means. And when that happens to you, then you'll understand what I mean. Other than that, that's all I have to say for you guys today. Stay tuned for my next video on other tips to integrate high vibration energy into your life. So I touched base a little bit today about the water and the diet and the spiritual awakening. But sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, I'll do a video on what kind of foods that you can incorporate into your diet, and some tips on how to deal with this high vibration energy as it enters your life. Thank you for watching my video. Much love and light, Gabby. Mwah. Bye, guys.